though.
I don't know what to say, everyone. I can't believe it. The map making series. Every time you think it's dead and gone and buried, it comes back one more time. Just one more time. It's gonna happen this time. Comes back from the grave, grasping and gasping for another breath of life. We're really gonna try and make it happen this time, guys. I said in my million subscriber special I wanted to bring this back, and I'm gonna make my best effort at it. Because I would really like to have an ongoing like map making series on my channel if I can. Like plan a map, design the map, build a map, test the map, tweak the map, test it again, tweak it, test it, tweak it, test it, and then release it when it's all done and ready, and then start a new map. That's what I would like to do, because I don't know, I feel like I'm missing out on a really fun part of Minecraft by not making maps, because they just seem so cool. It's like the best expression of creativity in Minecraft. That you can make a map and show your creativity in building something. You can put a story in your map. You can design the game. You can put music in it. You can do whatever you want. It's like it's like designing a video game in a video game. So yeah, we're gonna try reboot this series and actually finish it this time. So the reason it ended before is because I lost motivation, and also people lost interest and the views wavered, so I kind of lost motivation from that because I couldn't justify spending the time working on this if people weren't watching it. And that was entirely my fault, I should say, because I got hung up on building the spawn platform. So if you guys haven't seen this before, I think I started this about a year ago even. We were building the spawn platform to set up the teams and all that. This map, the arena, it's a temporary name for right now, but this game is going to have three major components. The spawn, like the game setup and stuff over here. The arena itself is the second part, which we're going to start today. And then finally the third super secret part that ties it all together. And also the redstone. The life and blood of the game we got to do too. This is going to need some tweaking, unfortunately, but we will do that later. Because a big change I'm going to make is instead of 8 teams, that's what the different colors are for, we're going to do just 4 teams. Show you how this worked before. Join the green team, you wait for the game, press the ready. When everyone ready's up, the game starts. If you want to leave your team, go through there. And that was some like game options we were going to set up. This thing here, I might redo this too, but this was for the third part of the map, just like a way of teleporting from the arena to the third part of the map. People would walk into this room and it would teleport them, sort of thing. And when they're done in the arena, they would get teleported back to that room. But yeah, the arena. Let's go over. Let's go over here. So we got to build like a battleground for people. Is that cut off or is that just not loading? It's supposed to be a circle. It's just not loading. Okay, good. I was worried it was gone. This is going to be like our guide to making the map. We're going to have a 75 diameter circle for the arena, and we're going to build a battleground in it. I decided to make it 75 diameter because I'm going to try to design the game for about 4 players per team, so 4 players times 4 teams, that would be 16 players. But I would also like it to be expandable, like up to 5 or 6 people on a team at least. So this seems like a good amount of space to hold like 24 people or whatever. And also, The thing is, people are going to be fighting in this arena. It's going to get down to a 1 versus 1. If you make the battleground too big, people are going to have a hard time finding the last person alive, and it'll take like I've seen in games like in a 100 by 100 map, sometimes it takes people like 5 minutes to find the other guy if it's down to a 1 versus 1 at the end. So I don't want to make it too big, and also the smaller I make it, the easier it's going to be for me to build. But just take a look at this, like how long it takes us to get from one end to another. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So like that was the halfway point. Probably like 15, 16 seconds to run straight from one end to another. So it's a pretty big size. We'll have a lot to work with. In the past, I was planning on building like a spectator room all around the arena, and that's kind of what this thing was for over here. So if people died, they would get teleported into like a ring around the arena, and they could watch people fighting from up here, and the arena would be down there, sort of. But we don't need to do this anymore. I've changed my plans with this game quite a bit over time. I have a really clear design in mind now for the whole thing. So what we're gonna do, let's see, where did I put that? I fly so slowly. I think over here. Yeah, this is my quarter circle. This is what we're gonna be using to design our arena. We're gonna make it symmetrical, so we're gonna take a quarter circle and we'll rotate it. Everything we build on it will get rotated there, and there. That way it's even for all 4 teams. Like it's a fair fight if everything's symmetrical, instead of making like random buildings for each side. So I guess this is the part of the map I'm most scared about, is getting this arena done. If we can do this and I'm happy with it, the game is going to get made pretty much for sure. I just got to get through this part, and then I'll be be smooth sailing from here out. So I guess it's that time for us to begin building the arena, the long-awaited arena. It's like looking at a blank sheet of paper. Scariest thing in the world. What do I do with it? Okay, so I'm going to run you through my thought process here. Keep in mind, of course, this is not like some map making tutorial or anything like that. I have no experience with building arenas or battlegrounds or anything like that, so I'm no expert. But this is like a map making let's play, I guess. I'm running you through me building it and my thought process of my choices and all that. The arena is something that's going to have a use or a function, and for anything that has a use or function in Minecraft, I like to get that worked out before I work out the looks of it. So that means we're not going to start by building structures in that just yet. What we're going to do is try to figure out how it's going to flow, like what's where we're going to put stuff, like where the path's going to go, what height variations do we want, where do we want to put the structures, and then from there out it's easy for me to fill in the spaces. Like if I know I have this amount of space to build a wall or something, then I can build it. But if I'm just starting from nothing, I cannot do that. That's not the way my brain works. So we're going to do, this is my idea here, we're going to do like a grayscale version of the map first with all the layout and that figured out, and then we will fill it in. So the starting spot for each of the teams is probably going to be here. So like the holding box for when they're released, they're going to come out here, and there's going to be a path. We'll use redstone torches to indicate where we want the paths, I guess. And again, we'll have to mirror it on this side. You got to keep it in mind, everything's going to be mirrored like on these lines, so we have to be very careful and make sure it looks good when it's mirrored, and not out of place. Okay. Now, it's a circle, so I chose that shape because it's the most efficient one. But that means people are going to gravitate towards the middle mostly, and because of that, I want to have the most depth to the map here, like the most layers. So I would like it to go down lower and also up higher to sort of space people out a bit more. If they go to the middle, they're not all right at each other. So let's plan to put something down here. And I'm going to be messing up the shape with this too. It's not going to be a solid 7 blocks of stone here or anything. Okay, so for the path, maybe... Yeah, let's plan to have some big structure in the middle. So we'll outline like a space like this, maybe. I don't know if I want to do a round structure or a square one, but let's plan for that so it'll be like a circle area like that, pretty big. What else? Maybe we'll just do a little fooling around with a path here. We'll need a path to go from here to the middle, but I don't want it just to be straight. And I would like it to branch off in a few places. I'm just just randomly placing this basically. Okay, so we could have a path like that, maybe make it branch off like this. There's actually a lot of space, isn't there? Holy. Okay, yeah, that's actually a really important thing I should consider too. If I don't put anything on the edges of the map, people aren't going to go there, and basically that will become wasted space. So if we want people to go to the edges, we need a path in the edges or some structure. Maybe we should get like another layer going up higher here. And this is going to be pretty slow progress, so I'm probably going to cut here and just work a little bit on figuring things out. And I will bring you back in when I have a better plan. Well, I think it may be time for a little bit of an update on what I've been doing here. As you can see, there's some structure taking place in the middle of the map here. And I'll just kind of run you through what's going on here. So, teams are going to be starting here. And I didn't want like a straight path going to the middle. Like I didn't want the entrance to be right there for the the building, because that would be pretty plain. I wanted to give it some character, so we got kind of a winding path. So bears will go down, and there's probably going to be some forks off from this path. Like that'll give people an opportunity to run around this part of the map too. But for right now, it goes to the building here. And the front entrance, I guess, will be here. There's going to be 4 of these because we're going to be mirroring this. Well, not mirroring it, rotating this quarter 4 times. So there'll be 4 of these diagonal entrances. Then there's going to be like an inside room here. Probably windows on the sides here. So if somebody's on the outside, they'll be able to look in and see if someone's there, or vice versa. If you see someone on the like hanging out over here through the window, you know, hey, I can go get this guy and he might not see me if I just go over here and whack him, you know. So yeah, there's like a triple split here. You can go inside, or it goes to the left or the right. This is going to do a circle around this middle. Somehow I'm going to make some stairs to get up to the 2nd floor from in here too, but I haven't figured that out yet. The other option is to fork off to the right here, and we got a staircase going up to the 2nd floor. This is going to be like almost like a balcony, like there'll be rails and you'll be able to, you have a nice wide view of the landscape around you. So if you got a bow, you can shoot at people nice and easy all around. I have the door over here. Imagine, again, we gotta think like everything's gonna get done differently once we rotate it. So there's gonna be like a door here that you can get onto the 2nd floor, or go down from the 2nd floor to the ground level. I think a big trick with building this in a way that's gonna flow nice is from every place I kind of want to give 2 or 3 other possibilities for people to go. I want to I want people to have options as they're moving through the map. Like, so forks are good. They're very good. They give people a choice, basically. Every time someone comes to a place like this, for example, they have a choice. They can go inside, they can go to the right, they can go back, you know. Lots of options. And as well, I'm trying to avoid symmetry as much as I can because it's going to look symmetrical no matter what I do. But I don't want like 8 times symmetrical or anything like that. So, for example, from this balcony, people are not going to be able to walk, through here because I have a staircase blocking it. So there'll be like kind of a wall, probably here, and maybe like a window or something here that they'll be able to see people in the room as well from up here and pounce on them or something, you know. I want to give people options, lots of options, like lots of ways of attacking people. Maybe there's someone down here and you can jump and get them, you know. Or you know, you might be you might be really focused on someone in this room here. Meanwhile, there's a guy above you on the second floor up here, and he's going to jump down and get you, you know, or something like that. So uh, I want to put people at risk while also giving them a clear opportunity to get the jump on somebody. This here too is a good example of that. I'm planning to have a staircase going down to a lower level here, or up from the lower level. That goes under this stairs. And I want to have like a little room maybe over here where people can hide out, and there'll probably be a wall here too. So for example, somebody could run into this little hidden spot and they're protected on 3 sides. And if somebody runs up the stairs, they can jump down and you know, they got a nice advantage that way. But while they're in here, you know, if 1 or 2 people from the other team know he's in here and attack the guy, he's got nowhere to run. He's basically stuck in a corner. The only way to get out of here is to move towards the attacker. So, you know, there's nice risk and reward mixes in the map that way. So yeah, from the doors here, they'll be able to go up to the second floor as well. I don't know what I'm doing with the second floor. Somehow I want to I think I'm going to connect bridges from this building and go to towers like further out in the map. And that'll give a nice opportunity as people cross the bridge to shoot them off, and then they'll fall a far distance and take damage that way. Yeah, while they still maintain the height advantage if they make it across. So, yep, things are coming along. I'm thinking in places on the map there's going to be void areas too. Like, I'm not planning to have bedrock below this, by the way. It's going to be all stone. So if people have TNT or something, they could potentially blow up portions of the map. And there's going to be like these holes or whatever. If people fall down here, they'll fall through the map or something. It's not going to be a perfect circle. We're just using this as a guide. So moving on here, I think maybe what I should do is actually rotate the map and just see what happens to the structure in the middle, how everything lines up once it's the way it's supposed to be. We'll probably do that periodically quite often as we're building this, just to see how things line up and how it flows when it's all together the way it should be. So I'm going to go into MC Edit and do that. And also, I've been considering the terrain here. I don't want the whole map to be flat like this, obviously, because flat maps are boring. They don't make for good PvP. You want as much variety as you can in a map, as much character, and I'm considering probably the way I'll do it is I'll make it gradually get higher as you move towards the center of the map. I think that's what I want to do. So maybe I'll raise this whole structure up 3 or 4 blocks from the start there. The reason I want to give the middle a height advantage is because there's a lot of risk going towards the middle. So again, this is a risk and reward situation. If you go to the middle, that's the hot spot. That's where people are most likely going to gravitate towards. I wanted to lower the danger a little bit by giving it more vertical layers in that, kind of spread people out more in the middle. Um, but I also want to give people in the middle advantages too. So it's going to be the highest point on the map most likely. Generally in Minecraft, the higher you are, the more advantageous your position is when you're fighting somebody. Generally, not always. Um, Disadvantages of being in the middle and up high is you are very visible, so you're most likely going to become somebody's target. Like if somebody's on the edge of the map, they're kind of out of the hot spot, but they can see somebody in the middle very easily, and they might target someone and pick them out that way. But being in the middle, you also have the advantage that you can pick somebody out on the side and go get them, and they probably won't be able to run away from you because you're closing in on them. They have to move further to get away from you than you have to get towards them because of the way a circle works. So yeah. So anyway, MC edit time. Let's see what happens. Whoa. That made a huge difference. Wow. It looks like it got a lot done actually, just by copying that 4 times and pasting it. It's like look at the center. We got a lot of space filled actually. That's great. And you can see the terrain change. This isn't like the way I'm going to do it officially. I just wanted to use it as a guide. Get that going. And this gives me a good idea. Oh yeah, and by the way, I kind of messed up here somehow. I'm not exactly sure what I did wrong. I'm using a gold block in the middle to sort of keep things in proper place, something to line it up with. But yeah, this gives me a good idea now of what I can do to further set up paths and that with the map. Like, for example, now that I can see to the left here quite clearly, I want to make a path go to this downward staircase here for sure. We're going to keep working on just one of these quarters though, and we'll use that as our master copy. So we're going to make sure we keep the correct one in mind and don't like accidentally work on the wrong quarter as we're doing this and switch between the two or something. That would be dumb. Look at this too. This is cool to see. So we can go up the stairs here. We're on the balcony. We have the door to go to the second floor of this building here. And there's a door there, and one there, one there. And it kind of has a nice flow because it keeps going. Like we can keep going to the right here. Don't really even have to move our camera as we keep going because it's sort of diagonal throughout, which is nice. That goes up to the second floor. And we can also go to the left here. And again, for branching paths, I think the best route for this now that I see it, is to set some kind of bridge up here. If we want to do the bridge to go somewhere else, like to the side of the map, and try to connect the middle to the sides so that there's some flow there, you know. Keep things moving throughout the whole map, not just the middle. But yeah, that is pretty sweet. Anyway, I think that's a good start to things. I'm going to try to get some more of this done from now till next episode so that we can maybe even start, you know, moving on beyond the grayscale and actually start building things, but we'll see how it goes. Hope you guys enjoy this series. Again, please give me your feedback if you have suggestions or tips on what I'm doing wrong here. Let me know. And I will see you again next time. This isn't going to be a super regular series. It's kind of like a semi-regular, so maybe not one every 2 or 3 days, but maybe one a week or something like that. I might really get into it at times though, and release episodes more often, and other times I might go a week or 2 without releasing. We'll see how it goes though. But I am excited. I want to get this done once and for all. And then actually play it. I think it's going to be a fun game. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Have a good one.